We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Play action. Stroud now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Play action, now it's Daniels. He's going to air one out. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Here's Pollard again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun again to Spears. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Pollard will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now here's Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
On fourth down, here's Daniels. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Kittle catching the slant. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run going to wind up better than 43 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So they fall off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Denver Broncos.
Now they bring the receiver in motion ready. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here's Daniels. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett. Throwing now is Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week one, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Flushed out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They go play action. Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Howell from the gun. And he is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. Being chased out left. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. A first carry now. This is Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stroud. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Dancing to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Good effort on a return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And a huge return as they'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it. Finding Walker complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Darnell Washington, 29 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Stroud. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Completes this one to Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. That's caught at the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Gary's man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
They'll go play action. Howell. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Broncos 7.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good position to be in here, second and inches. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
35-yard line.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. And Stroud now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Third and 16.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Hill. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Second down and 8. Pollard going to try the right side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, You don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. But only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing here, Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 8 yards out. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team thought they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, Bob, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
2nd down and a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Broncos take over 3rd and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try to limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Stroud looking to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stroud. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Stroud. Throw left side, complete. That's Jennings. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything.